So I finished work at about 4 o'clock, and then I had a little bit of food because I was hungry, and then I was just on my phone for about 15 minutes just decompressing before I decided to tidy my room. And someone had stayed over and I had yet to tidy that up, so that's just what I was doing here. Putting the spare duvet in the cupboard and then folding up, this was like the mattress of the sofa bed because we slept in my room, not downstairs. Then putting that away and then just sort of clearing up the rubbish and debris that was around from there. So my water bottle, my headphones, kept the phone charger there, and then the sort of rubbish that was laying all around. So after I was done in that corner, I moved over to the other corner of my room where all my clothes were, and I hadn't put these away in quite a while, so I was just folding up all the clean clothes that were left on my chair. And then putting away the sort of other things around, so my face mask box, and then there was a blanket that was sort of in the corner that I had from when it was quite cold in my room. So I was folding that up and then I just sort of threw it out there to put it away in a minute, sorted out my shoes, and then I moved on to all the clothes that needed to go in my wardrobe. So when I put them all in a pile with the hangers, I then went through and put all the hangers in them and then put the clothes that had already had hangers on them into a separate pile so I could just pick them all up and easily pop them in my wardrobe when I was done folding them. So as I said earlier, when I was done folding all of these up, I put them in my wardrobe and I thought I'd filmed this, but apparently I hadn't, so just enjoy that. And then I got my makeup brushes and was then sorting them, so I put the sort of thinner makeup brushes, like ones for my eyes, into one little pot, and then I put the thicker ones into the other one. Then here I was sorting out my makeup in general, so I made a pile, which is the top pile, of makeup I wanted to just throw away, and then I made another pile of makeup that I wanted to keep. Now the stuff that I wanted to throw away is if I have two palettes of the same, which I've done before, or I just don't use it anymore, or it's really out of date. And then I sorted that into this little makeup holder I got, so all the lipsticks went in the front, and then I collected all the other sort of liquid lipstick stuff to go in, and then eye makeup stuff, and I'm still wearing my work clothes and my work hair, so it looks a bit of a mess. And then I put all my eye stuff in, then stuff for the face, so my foundation and my concealers, and then the big palettes sort of went in the back, as you can see as I put them in now, and then the sort of miscellaneous stuff, so like my eyebrow stuff, my eye spray, that all went in that bit there. So then I got some surface cleaner and just cleaned up the top of my chest of drawers, which is where I do all my makeup, as I haven't cleaned that in a very long time and it was frankly disgusting. So I was just sort of clearing that up, getting all the sort of like makeup off it, all the dust. And when that was finished, I moved on to my mirror, and as you can see, it was disgustingly dusty. I can't actually remember the last time I cleaned that. So I just got some window glass cleaner, and then I took quite a long time cleaning that up, getting rid of all the dust which had accumulated itself there, which was quite a task because apparently I'm really bad at cleaning. And then I did around the mirror, like the edge as well, because that was quite dirty, and as you can see, it's lovely and clean. So then it was just a case of putting everything back on my chest of drawers / makeup desk area thing, and I took a long time because I can't seem to decide where I actually want anything to go. Then I just added some fairy lights that I got for Christmas on top of the mirror, and I think they're from Wilko. One of them had actually broken, so I was trying to hide it, so the actual disco balls that were still disco balls would still be out, rather than the one that was smashed up and just looked a bit manky. And that is the makeup desk all done. I then moved on to like the other corner of my room where the bookshelf is. So I took all the fairy lights off and all the sort of stuff on top apart from the edge, because I'd already cleaned that and just forgot to film it. Put a light on to make it a bit lighter so I could actually see where all the dust was, and then just clean that with the multi-surface cleaner that I'd use on the makeup desk. And then once I had done that, I put back all the things back on. So that was a souvenir from my dad from America. That little plant thing is from Primark, and then it was my tickets from the stage shows I saw when I was in New York. And then I took a rather long time trying to untangle all the fairy lights that had tangled themselves up, and that took a lot longer than I would have liked. And then once I had done that, which is now, I was then rearranging everything, making sure it was back to how I liked it and how I wanted it to look in general. So I had this old like J2O drinks bottle in my room, and I was just hair drying it in order to get the glue to melt so the label could come off on the outside, because I wanted to make it into like sort of a decoration for the top of my bookshelf. So I was just hair drying that and taking that off, as you can see there, and then I went and washed it, and then I was just trying to feed the fairy lights into it, which wasn't as effective as I thought it was. All the fairy lights kept getting caught in like the middle, so it wasn't going all the way down to the bottom, which was quite frustrating. So while I was failing miserably at putting fairy lights into a bottle, I had the bright idea to actually use a pencil in order to do it. So my idea was, if you wrapped the lights around the pencil and then put the pencil into the bottle, the lights would magically go down to the bottom, which isn't the case, and I kept trying to do it and it didn't work, and I got more and more annoyed with the pencil bottle thing. And then my other idea was to sort of fold the lights into each other and then put it into the bottle, and then use the pencil to shape the lights once they'd actually got into the bottle, rather than trying to use the pencil to get the lights into the bottle in the first place. And that actually worked better than I'd expected it to. And that is the finished product there. As you can see, the little bottle with the lights in, and that's the bookshelf with my pictures and things on it. Then I was just sorting out this sort of box of electronic things I have. So it has my Chromebook charger in, it has my hairdryer, my hair straightener, all the electronic things I could need, and I was just sorting out this whole sort of area really, because it had been a bit of a mess from when I had been DIYing. And then I was wrapping all the cables round, which, to be fair, I think would damage them, but I wasn't thinking about that at that point in time. I just wanted it to be all tidy. So I was putting it in the box. I had a lot of cables around here because that's sort of where the plug socket is. And then I was just wrapping the cables up and putting them into the box to tidy them away and make everything look really neat. This was the last section of my room that I had to clean, and this was all the miscellaneous stuff that I hadn't found a place for during the different sections of my room I had to tidy. So this was just a case of finding places to put things and sorting them all out to make everything look really neat. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe with anything you'd like to see next, and I will see you soon. Bye!